So, where are we going today?
AMC.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna go see Shazam.
Shazam. And before anything else, we're gonna stop by Jollibee to have something to eat. And later in the video, we're gonna give you guys a spoiler review. But before anything else, don't forget to give this video a like, a share, and subscribe. And please be kind in the comment section and enjoy the video.
Now sooner or later you sleep in your own space.
Coconut pineapple pie.
Now when you say coconut,
Oh, it's probably flavoring.
either or I like it. Hi guys, so we are back in our apartment to give you guys a spoiler review for Shazam. Should I say Shazam 2 or Shazam
Fury of the Gods.
Fury of the Gods? How can I say? Like I wanted to enjoy this movie a lot, but I'm okay with it. Like I like the special effects and all, but story-wise, like I don't know. It's like I feel like it underperformed for me story-wise.
I really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
There was some bits at the end that feel a little bit shaky, but overall, I thought it was pretty enjoyable. What were your thoughts on the first Shazam movie?
I barely remember.
Did you see the first Shazam in theaters?
Yeah, we watched it together, remember?
Okay. What were
In
your
AMC.
thoughts on that one?
Like I'm okay with the story of that as well. That one. I remember like that part, like when he saw his mother and like his mother rejected him and all of that. I remember that part, and like I was expecting it to be a little more emotional, but like no, I left you on purpose.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
So one thing I think I could say without getting into spoilers, Asher Angel, the kid who plays Billy Batson when he's not Shazam, he's barely in this, and it's a little surprising.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially you see the other kids a lot more, and even with like some of the sort of what happens specifically with the plot points, it seems like there's a lot less of him in this movie than the first one, to a noticeable degree. And it seems like something's going on with that. I don't know what.
Well,
exactly.
I feel like they're giving the other kids more exposure, should I say?
Yeah, but like if you compare it to like the first Shazam movie, I feel like there was more of him in the movie,
Mm-hmm.
and even then, he was still sharing screen time with Zachary Levi, and then this, it feels like is pretty much all Zachary Levi. Like he's still there in a couple scenes, but like it's just very noticeable that he's not there as much.
Yeah, because like I told you, they're giving other kids time to shine. You know, probably because of diversity as well, equity and all of that.
Not really. I mean, the other kids were in the first Shazam movie, and then I have to look up the actor's name, but the other kid, Jack Dylan Grazer, who, what part does he play? Of course, it doesn't say, but you know, he's his foster brother, but his main friend in the first Shazam movie.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a pretty big part there, and it seems like almost seems like they increased his part a little bit too much in the sequel.
Like I said,
like they put too much focus on him.
Like I said, they're giving other kids the time to shine.
Yeah, but there's like giving other kids time to shine, and then just like the main character, when he's not Shazam, is barely in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas he was, even if he transformed to Shazam in the first movie, he's still definitely the main character.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this, he's barely. It feels like he's barely there.
Yeah. Well, to let you guys know, I'm gonna repeat myself again. This is a spoiler review, okay? So don't complain to us in the comment section.
Well, we haven't gotten really into spoilers.
Well,
yet.
let's dive into the spoiler territory then. So what do I think of the acting? Like, I don't know. Like the acting, it's I'm not gonna say it's okay. Like, it's okay, I guess. It's a little cheesy. Like some of the scenes are like a little cheesy to me, corny at the same time.
Mm-hmm. So, like, okay, if we're gonna go into the spoiler territory, and this is actually something that was, I think it was shown in one of the trailers, not like the third main trailer, but one of the TV spots. What did you think about Wonder Woman?
Oh, she's
just showing up at the end and resurrecting Shazam, and
like I said, it's a little cheesy.
I wouldn't say cheesy. It just feels like
out of place.
It feels a little cheap to me.
Yeah.
Like
Well, you said.
Well,
it.
one thing I mean, it does. For one thing, I'm pretty sure that's a reshoot. You know, Wonder Woman, that whole Wonder Woman part.
Mm-hmm.
At least the Wonder Woman scene seems like that is almost certainly a reshoot. The one thing I really wonder is, like, what was the original plan for that, for the ending? Like, what was I gotta assume that they weren't going to end the movie with Billy Batson being dead. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming they would have brought him back somehow, or I don't know. That's one thing I'd be very curious to know, would be what was the original plan before they kind of changed it. At least I'm assuming they changed it.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Wonder Woman, Deus Ex Machina is the it's you know, that is actually the in the traditional sense, that's what the Deus Ex Machina is a god character comes in and solves the problem and then promptly leaves.
Mm-hmm.
At the very end. That's what it is. So it's after the climax of the movie, but do you have the part where it's like, well, Billy Batson solved the climax in the movie and then died, and then Wonder Woman comes in, revives him, and then promptly leaves.
Mm-hmm. And this is the thing too, because they bury him as what's the name of the kid again? Billy
Batson.
They bury him as a kid, but he came out as Shazam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And everything is like a little, I don't know, like you said, it too cheap and like too cheesy. I'm not gonna say it's cheap because the special effects is like awesome.
See, I didn't feel that way for like the rest of the movie, but like definitely that very ending part with Wonder Woman, that did not quite work for me. And I'm not sure what the original plans were. I mean, even when, you know, it seemed like Billy Batson was dead, I was like, well, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna just kill him off.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know if that was the original idea, was the, like, just Billy Batson's dead, because I kind of feel like they wouldn't have done that.
Mm-hmm.
There had to be some way of bringing him back, or maybe some. I mean, at best, I would think some sort of cliffhanger ending where, like, he's not really dead, but he's somewhere else and they can't get to him. Maybe like the wizard. Like, what if he was in a different realm?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen though. But how can I say? It's true what they say. Like, they're trying to be like comedic about this movie. They try to copy like Thor.
Well, the original
comedy.
was kind of had a comedic feel.
But
to
I
it.
don't know. Like, the jokes are like, I'm not saying it's out of line, but it's out of place, should I say?
Yeah, I did see one person say that it did feel like a little similar to Thor 4 in some ways. Not in that it went as far with the jokes, but that it did take what was in the original and kind of push it a little bit further. And maybe for some people it would have been a little bit too far with some of the jokes.
Mm-hmm. They're trying to be too comedic, should I say? I don't know. It's a little too comedic for me. Like, some of the lines in the jokes are like, yeah, out of place. Like, I feel like you can go without it, especially the Skittles part.
Yeah, so the Skittles part was interesting when it was happening. I think it was okay, but it was a little bit kind of like product placement, especially when you see the full Skittles logo on the screen.
Mm-hmm. And they also made a joke about like, oh, it's time for you to learn the truth, and the other guy said, oh, I'm gay, and like, I feel like that's out of place, and like, you don't need to say that, so what?
Yeah, in some ways it is a lot of characters, so some of them don't really get any development. Like, was that something in the first movie? I don't even remember.
I don't even know.
I barely remember his character from the first movie. Like, did he do anything other than, like, he was there?
Mm-hmm. Like I told you, they focus more on Billy Batson in the first movie, and I feel like on this one they focus more on like the siblings.
No, like, that's what I'm saying. He barely did anything in this movie either.
For equity.
Other than say...
For
I'm
equity.
gay.
For equity and, you know, diversity. Because it's mandatory, I guess.
No.
To have that.
No, if anything, this movie focused on the... I can't remember the kid's name. What was the other...
The other what?
It's gonna drive me crazy. The other kid's name. The one with the crutch.
Oh.
If anything, they focused on him even more in this sequel. Oh yeah, duh. Freddie Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
So Freddie. So yeah, the big part in the first movie was the relationship between Billy Batson and Freddie, like their sort of their friendship, and especially with really just Zachary Levi's Shazam and Freddie. And I think if anything, this sequel focuses a lot more on Freddie and giving him a big subplot with the youngest daughter of Atlas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, romantic interest, should I say.
Yeah, and... Yeah, so in a way, it does keep those two main parts, but they're kind of separate. So Shazam, Zachary Levi, and Freddie are still, you would say, that the main leads in this sequel. Is just they're not really together all that much.
Mm-hmm. Like, how long is the movie, by the way?
It's just 2 hours, 10 minutes.
Yeah, 2 hours, 10 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
Yeah, it's okay. Because for some reason I was thinking it's like an hour or something.
Yeah, it's more like 2 hours.
Okay, so I felt the 2 hour movie then. That's why, because I was watching it and like, wait, isn't this over? Like, I can't wait for it to be over. For some reason. And then yeah, like, even like the monsters when they came out, like, it's a little, I don't know, corny.
I didn't feel that way.
Corny. Like, even like people are like panicking and all of that, and like the dragon, and I don't know. Then I remember I was joking to you, like I was waiting for Zachary Levi to be shirtless as well. You need to show
one
that.
thing I'll say with all of that stuff going on, especially at the very beginning when the dome comes down, is, and this is just a problem with like shared cinematic universes in general. Even though this is like Yeah, it was kind of part of the DCEU, but like, it's not like you ever saw Henry Cavill as Superman in them, you know. Well, except this one, you do see Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. But up until before that point, when the dome comes down, it's like, where's everybody else? Nobody else seems to care about this huge sort of event going down because I guess it's in Philadelphia, so no one cares.
That is so mean.
But like, does Superman not? This isn't a job for Superman at all. Nobody's letting him know about it.
They couldn't even get him. Where's Black Adam as well?
Wonder Woman, no. Justice League, no. Justice Society. I mean, we just saw in the last DCU movie, Black Adam, they mobilized when Black Adam was just killing a bunch of mercenaries. But a dome sectioning off like a major American city, nope. No government response, nothing.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much time is supposed to have passed, but it seemed like enough time that there should have been something. It wasn't like, it didn't seem like a couple hours to me. At most, maybe you could say was it within the same day, but it seemed like it could even be more than that.
Not just that, like I feel like the villains just came out of nowhere. Part as well. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, in a way,
Story-wise.
they kind of did. But, I mean, they worked in the ending of the first movie and saying this is why they're here now. Is because he broke the staff.
But they didn't even show, you know, them coming out of, like, should I say, their dimension? Because from what I understand, they were sealed away, right?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even see, like, anything, you know, breaking. Well, he broke the staff, but they didn't even show it happening. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the characters just popped up out of nowhere. Like, the build-up is not as good as I wanted it to be. It's not like in the Avengers, like, the build-up is, like, there. Well, for Thanos, especially. You know what I'm saying? But in this one, like, they just show up in the museum, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, because this happened and that. I'm like, okay. What do you think? Do you agree?
I think it worked fine for me that they were there, and they explained why it was happening. I didn't feel like any other explanation was really needed, since they do later go to their realm and come back a couple different times.
It's the same with this. Who's the character who played, you know, the love interest for Freddy?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. But
I feel like she just show up. Antea. Yeah, I feel like she just show up as well, and then all of a sudden I'm the villain now. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they rushed the script for some reason. That's why I say, like, everything is like a little.
No, I would say
corny.
they just showed up. I mean, we know the reason why they showed up. I mean, for one thing, this is a little bit time after the first Shazam. I mean, it's kind of hard to hide the fact that the kids have grown up a little bit.
That's right. But yeah, overall, well, would you recommend it to everyone to watch this in the movie theater?
Yeah, I would say it's definitely worth watching, even if you're worried about the fact that, oh, it's not going to lead into a Shazam 3 because of everything going on with the DCEU. I think it's still worth watching.
Well, for me, I'm 50-50. Like, well, since I know the story, like, I guess it's something I can watch on Netflix, or if they're gonna release it on Netflix or online. But it's not something I'm gonna go out of my way in the movie theater. But I get it. It's a movie. I mean, superhero movie, and you like superheroes.
So, what did you feel about the mid-credit and the post-credit scene?
I'm a little more confused, like, with that.
So
He's
like,
gonna join the Justice Society.
It didn't really sound like that was the end result, but yeah. And that seemed like more like a joke scene. Like they try to recruit him for the Justice Society, which, why is Amanda Waller's people recruiting for the Justice Society? To me, that's a little weird. I feel like the Justice Society should be separate from Amanda Waller, and maybe they get a call when her Suicide Squad can't handle it. But I find it weird that they're the ones recruiting for that. And the other thing is, to me, the ending of that scene was basically, it's just a joke because he doesn't want to join the Justice Society.
He wants to join the Justice League.
He wants to join the Justice League, and it's just a joke about how, why do you have two groups that both start with justice? And it's a little confusing.
And he made a joke about the Avengers.
Yeah.
Which is a different, should I say, company? And then the second one, I don't know who that caterpillar is.
I think his name's like Mr. Mind or something. So that was a little bit of a weird one because it was basically the same as the post-credit scene as the first Shazam. It's just like 2 years later, and the character now has a beard, and it's just a joke about how, like, because the caterpillar is still like planning things, but it's taking a long time. I mean, by itself, I think the scene was okay, but as a last kind of post-credit scene, like even if you knew that Shazam 3 was coming, it doesn't quite fit for like something that's like kind of in a larger scale sense of pushing the movies forward. It kind of feels a little out of place, and even more so knowing that there almost certainly won't be a Shazam 3.
Well, some jokes are fun for me though, especially that part with the wizard. I don't know if they CGI him or he's actually wearing the wig, Wonder Woman's wig and outfit.
Oh, well, I mean that's definitely CGI.
CGI, okay.
I mean, obviously he can't look like that.
No,
but yeah,
like,
that was like that was
funny.
one of the weirder parts. We're like seeing his face on I'm guessing a body double for Wonder Woman.
But he's wearing the wig, or I don't know, it's CGI. Like that was fun. That joke is good for me. That's why. What else? But yeah, like it's a little out of place as well for the Skittles. You know what I'm saying? Especially, taste the rainbow, and like, okay. Like I just find it weird, that part as well.
Yeah, I mean, I kept wondering during that part is like, because I knew Wonder Woman was going to show up. I just didn't know when or exactly how. So I kept wondering if, like, especially with all these mythological beasts, maybe she'll pop up and start fighting them, or no, it's just literally she comes back at the very end, says, "There's one god left."
Are you sure he's the only one? What about Black Adam?
Black Adam's not really a god. Well, I mean, and then you have them calling like Billy Batson's worthy of being a god or something, but that I don't think that really counts. But I mean, before this movie, Wonder Woman was the last. But then you also got these new characters as well.
Dr. Fate. What about Dr. Fate?
Dr. Fate's not a god.
I'm getting confused with all of these things now, and I feel like I don't know. I feel like how can I say, Warner Brother universe is like all over the place right now.
Well, the DC universe.
The DC universe is all over the place right now. Like, how can I say, Marvel Cinematic Universe has more, how can I say, it's more, or there's more order to it than this one. You know what I'm saying? Than the DC one. And like, I don't know. Like, you guys can check it out if you guys wanted to, but I can also say, just stay home and like save your money, but it's up to you. I'm just letting you guys know our experience.
Well, and that's like one thing of trying to put these characters in the same universe. Like the mythology in this, I don't think really lines up with Wonder Woman at all.
Yeah.
Because other than they're both like rooted into like the Greek gods,
mythology,
nothing. I don't think it fits together at all because In Wonder Woman, who was it? Ares, I think, killed all the gods. And now in Shazam 2, all the gods were exiled, but it doesn't specifically say what happened to all of them. Just that they were exiled. And now they're not around either.
So you have more questions than answers in this movie. But yeah, and Zachary Levi is now shirtless, so disappointed. Especially that scene he was holding the staff, or the wand, should I say?
It's a staff.
It's a staff, okay. I call it a wand, like in Sailor Moon.
It's a staff because it's like as tall as you.
He's doing this scene like he's charging the dragon, and the dragon's like breathing fire on him, and he's burning and all of that, and for some reason his clothes is not burned. I was
no, his clothes were burning. That's why it was all dark.
I was expecting shirtless scene, and I didn't even see that. So yeah, I'm disappointed.
I was not expecting that. So
at least give me that. Come on, you already have a gay character, so might as well go for it. Make it gayer if you want. I feel like they're just choosing which woke do they want. They're limiting their wokeness for some reason. If you're gonna go woke all the way.
So how did you feel about this as a final Shazam movie?
This is the final one.
Probably.
Is there?
I mean, nothing's going to be confirmed for a long time, but considering the fact that it doesn't look like it's going to make much money, and they're already rebooting everything, and the fact that the kid actors keep getting older, and your Billy Batson in this is about to turn 18 anyway, so I feel like it'd be very surprising for them to do another Shazam. I think at most, if James Gunn really likes Zachary Levi's take on the character, at most maybe you could see the character pop up somewhere else. But I don't think we're going to get a Shazam 3.
They're gonna reboot it and all of that.
I think we're not going to see like a Shazam movie for a great long time. Would be my guess.
So
eventually.
We're not gonna see him in like Black Adam movie.
I don't think we already know we're not getting Black Adam 2.
You've seen Black Adam. I haven't seen Black Adam, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, we're not getting a Black Adam versus Shazam movie.
So maybe one of these days I can make like a reaction video for Black Adam. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, you didn't need to see Black Adam to see this movie because
they're not connected.
They're not connected at all.
It's not like the It's not like the MCU movies. Well, you can watch MCU movies separately, but they already built a cinematic universe, should I say?
Yeah, but
so
one thing I will say, like connected with Black Adam, that you see in this movie as well is for some reason it's the Suicide Squad characters that are connecting the entire universe. Because you didn't see Black Adam, but that's a big thing in that is Amanda Waller calls the Justice Society to tell them about Black Adam, and then there's also a part where he goes into a facility that is run by Amanda Waller. And then in the Shazam you have those Suicide Squad / Peacemaker characters showing up to try to recruit him. So it's kind of weird that they were trying to use them as the characters, as the Nick Furies of the DC universe. I wonder if that's going to be something going forward, since they are sort of like James Gunn characters. Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. Well, yeah, I'm okay with the movie overall. That's all I'm gonna say. What about you? Would you recommend it to anyone? To all of your friends, to everyone watching this video?
Yeah, I think I said that before.
It's a fun movie to watch. That's our spoiler review for Shazam! Fury of the Gods. What do you guys think? Let us know down below in the comment section. And before anything else, don't forget to give this video a like, a share, and subscribe. And please be kind in the comment section. And I'll see you guys in my future video. Bye.